Everybody ready? All right, Coach, if you want to start us off with a couple opening thoughts, and then we'll go to questions.
Feel bad for the guys. I thought they played well enough to win, but this game, just like the game in Atlanta, Notre Dame made plays down the stretch and we didn't make them. So that was pretty much the game. But again, for me, proud of our guys' effort. It's crazy because I look at the stat sheet and everybody talk about like the injuries, but man, we not no charity case. We got enough in our locker room where we can win. I believe that maybe I'm the naive coach and I'll be that, but I think we got enough in our locker room to win, and we were right there. We just, we got to start winning our finishing and winning games.
Questions? Kelly?
It seemed like things kind of turned when they had the quick fouls on McCollum there in the middle of the second half, and it shortened the bench. He had to come out. He got 2 fouls, I think, in about 2 minutes of game time there, and put him at 4, and you pulled him out. And it seemed like maybe that's when the tide kind of turned in the game. Was that something that you saw, maybe like just the kind of sap some of your momentum, I think?
Yeah, it slowed the game. I think it slowed the game down, so the rhythm of the game was gone, for us. I think that, even within that time, I just talked to the guys about, let me handle the refs and let me get on them, about what we need to, don't stay engaged in the moment, don't become a prisoner of the moment. And I think that, during that time, that's what, it happened a little bit. I mean, it didn't necessarily impact the game, but it takes out one of our guys when we don't have a lot of guys more than anything. And so, that hurt him going to the bench because it's just another guy that's a capable scorer. And, he can get it going at any time, and not to have him, that hurt a bit.
This was the most free-flowing your offense has looked in a while. Nait was stripping the ball well. The ball movement was crisp, not a lot of turnovers. What was working tonight offensively for you guys?
Well, I just, again, we haven't gotten a lot of payback, but I think we've been playing well, and, things were flowing. Nait had a really good floor game. We played with less than 10 turnovers. He didn't have any turnovers. So we just did a good job of mixing things up. We were finding guys in the pocket. They were making plays, and, we shot a great percentage. So, I think that there's a lot there for us to keep going. And, for me, we got to just start carrying this momentum. We need some momentum. We need some things to start happening. Again, I think we got 10 conference games to go. We need to figure some things out because there's still a lot of basketball. But number one, the guys are competing. They're playing their butts off, and that's the one thing that I love and appreciate about these guys, because we doing it, and practice is a little funny. We got more GAs and managers in the gym than we got players right now, but we figuring it out, and we gonna keep on grinding this thing.
Nait, what was the difference tonight with the way you're playing the ball and how clean things were on offense for you?
I just feel like a lot of the attention's on the other guys again. I feel like the pull-up was there tonight, so I feel like that's what got me going.
Damon Burton was a real difference maker for them. They really worked hard to get him those last 2 3-point shots. And it seemed like that was, they worked the whole clock just to get those clean looks. Your defense was playing well. What kind of difference did he make in the game, having him back for them?
He makes a difference. He's a guy that can create off the dribble, and I think that helps them, 100%. It makes them a different team from that standpoint. I think that, tonight that was the difference. But from the standpoint of, we had a couple defensive errors where he got a couple wide open looks as well. So I thought that we did a good job. I mean, I said before the game, as a scorer, you want guys. He averages 21, so that means he do that on a good or bad day. So you wanted him you know, take to me, like a lot of shots, have a lower percentage, but he shot over 50%. He had a good game, you know, so he definitely played his part in helping them get this victory this evening.
Questions from anybody else?
Is it frustrating that you guys are so close and you led, I think, almost 37 minutes in this game tonight, and their first lead was that 3 by Burton with like a minute left? Like, that's got to be tough to lose a game like that. I think it's the first one you've lost as a head coach here in that kind of situation.
Tough. It's tough. It's real tough. It's real tough. You know, not gonna lie. It's just, you know, it's you know, I always say this, and for me, basketball is different. It's almost like I wish I would slow down a little bit, you know, because processing the game, I still process it like a player. I don't coach like a coach. I never coach like a coach. I tell them all the time, I never coach like a coach. I'm more of attention to detail. I don't care about plays. I don't care about nothing. I'm reading. I'm looking at guys like, we can get him. Like, there's our advantage. I don't like the way that looked, you know. So that's how I coach. And at times like this, I wish that I didn't think like that, because that's what triggers me. And so I get disappointed for the guys, because, you know, there's even things that I see from the sideline that I wish I could just give it to them real quick, you know, but I can't, you know, and so it's trying to control the game differently, and that's the challenge. But it's always tough, you know, to lose games. You know, I'm not, used to this and losing in this manner. You know, losing is losing, right? You can wash that away, but, you know, we got to start getting some payback for some of these games.
Thank you all.
Thanks, guys.
There you go.